Hello, Northwood fans. Jake Rietma alongside head coach of the Northwood Timberwolves men's soccer team, Doug Carter. And, Coach, it's your favorite time of year. Training camp right around the corner. You got to be excited about this incoming class.
Always excited, and guess what? I get to sit down and do this with you for the first time, so absolutely tremendous. We're looking forward to the season. We've got a big incoming freshman class, so lots of new things to look forward to, and we can't wait to get started.
And this is a team that's really on the heels of a successful season last year with the GLIAC semifinal appearance, but the 2 years before that, some of the most successful years in program history. How do you plan on just continuing the momentum forward for the 2017 season?
Well, I think first of all for us, we probably overachieved a little bit last year. There was a lot of changes from all the people we lost in the 2015. So we felt like we did a good job last year. We felt like we can use it as a springboard, hopefully, to achieve good things this year. But in relation to this year, I do think we're going to be very, very young. So there's a lot more variables that we've got to be aware of. And I think there's a lot of positions that are up for grabs as we go into the pre-season and then the regular season.
And that was one of the things that really jumped out to me as you look up and down this roster from a year ago. There's a number of players that made really meaningful contributions. You had the 4 all-conference players from top to bottom, and you don't lose anybody necessarily to graduation, but to your point, to my understanding, there's going to be a lot of new faces as well. Yeah,
we did lose some of our freshman class last year. So that's going to affect us a little bit. We've got a good senior class that are still here. They are used to being successful. They're used to winning. So hopefully they can set a precedent, show all the young guys that is what we expect at Northwood University. But we also are very, very different from what we were a few years ago. There's far fewer internationals on our roster. We are much more American and Michigan based. And, it's time for those guys to step up in their own right and continue this legacy.
And you look at Northwood soccer, it really has a very distinct brand to it. People know what they're up against when they enter Midland and they're up against the Northwood Timberwolves. But if you take a look at this conference, there's some new faces, but also some teams that the same kind of thing. You know exactly what you're going to get when you enter their building or when you go play against them. What do you know about some of the new faces in the conference with Davenport, Purdue, Northwest, as well as some of those familiar foes?
Well, Purdue Northwest, we don't know as much about. We've never played them before in pre-season or in the spring. So in that respect, to us, they're more of an unknown quantity, but we think that they'll be quite strong, and we're certainly expecting fierce competition when we play them. Davenport have an excellent resume. We know that they are an NAIA power. We've played them previously. We know that they always give us a good game. Often they beat us as well. So given that, we fully expect them to be a powerhouse Division II as well. And if you look at it in terms of you've probably got a Northern Michigan side, and that is going to be a year more mature from starting off their program last year. You've got an Ashland program that has now come back to fruition, and they're going to be a lot stronger. And then, of course, you've got SVSU and Tiffin, who probably over the last decade have been, along with ourselves, they've been the most consistent, and they are perennial powers not just in the conference but also nationally. So although the conference is a little smaller than it's been in the past, it really has got quality right the way through it.
And that really makes it captivating to watch and to follow along from beginning of the season to the end. But, Coach, we know you're busy in preparation for the upcoming season. Thank you for the time, and look forward to another exciting season.
Always a pleasure. Go Timberwolves.